Did there come a time when you and Mr. Gassenheimer go out on his boat into and past a part of the waterway called Angelfish Creek?
Yes.
Do you remember about what time of the day it was?
It was dusk. It was not dark.
Okay. What had you been doing earlier in that day?
We were touring Ocean Reef, the Gassenheimers, and another couple.
Who's we?
So it was James Gassenheimer's wife, me and my wife, and another couple.
Okay. Where were you guys going to be heading to as you leave Ocean Reef at dusk that day? Where were you thinking you were going to go?
We were taking James's boat back to Coconut Grove.
Okay. As you leave past Angelfish Creek and make the turn to go north, like up toward Coconut Grove area, can you tell the jurors what is it that you see?
We saw a collection of boats and something strange that was white coming out of the water.
Okay. Did you later get a chance to see what, in fact, that white thing coming out of the water was?
Yes.
What was it?
It was a capsized boat.
For the record, I'm showing counsel states 1K for identification. I'm showing you 1K for identification. Does this appear to be photographs of that same capsized boat that you saw only in the daylight?
Yes.
At this time, I move states 1K for identification and evidence.
No objection.
Without objection.
State Exhibit 1K, previously marked identification, will become State Exhibit number 18.
Can you tell us what happened as you and Mr. Gassenheimer approached this capsized boat?
There was a lot of yelling to slow down, that there was a missing 17-year-old girl, and as we slowed down and we began to drift north, we were heading in the direction of the capsized boat.
Okay. Do you see if there's any people in the water at that point in time?
I do not.
Were there other boats that did have people on them?
Yes.
Did some of those people that were on boats appear to be teenage girls?
I believe so. That boat was a little further in the distance.
Was that boat a larger type of a boat?
Yes.
Did it have a platform at the back of it?
Large platform, yes.
As you get closer and closer to this capsized boat, do you see if there's anybody near it?
Yes.
Who?
The defendant.
Who? What is his name?
George Pino.
I want to ask you, did you know George Pino from before that day?
Yes.
How did you know him?
We were friends.
Tell us about what happens as you approach that boat.
As we approached the boat, I asked George if it was him, and he said it was. I asked him what happened. He said that they had hit a marker. I asked if he was okay. He said he was. And then he said that they were looking for this 17-year-old girl.
Do you see George Pino in the courtroom today?
I do.
Can you please point to and describe an article of clothing that he's wearing for the record?
He's over there. He's wearing a blue suit with a white shirt and a blue tie.
Stipulated.
All right, sorry, gentlemen.
Do you remember what part of this capsized boat you saw the defendant next to?
He was holding on to the bow of the boat.
Do you see where the bow of that boat would be in either of these photographs, which is in State's Exhibit number 18?
Yes.
Where?
here, and here.
Okay. Using his pen, would you be able to circle the location on these two photographs of where you saw George Pino in relation to his capsized vessel?
Here.
Okay.
And on this, he would be on the other side.
Okay. Can you just draw kind of an arrow to like the location that just right other side?
Yeah. Oh, right here.
Yeah. In the lower photograph where we see all the damage, is that the port side of the boat or the starboard side?
That would be,
I know it's tricky because it's upside down.
yeah, that would be the starboard side.
Okay. And so you saw him on the port side front of the boat? Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. So as you have this exchange of information with the defendant, are you like right up in his face?
No.
Are you still on Mr. Gassenheimer's boat?
I was on Mr. Gassenheimer's boat, yes.
Okay. Now, when you see the defendant holding on to the front left side or the port bow of that vessel, let me ask you something. How long had you known George Pino when you come upon him at that time?
Prior to that incident,
Yes.
I would say approximately 15 years.
Did you consider yourself good friends with George Pino?
I consider ourselves friends, yes.
Okay. When you see him and he's holding on to that boat, can you describe how he looks?
He looked dazed, in a state of shock.
Now, as people are calling out saying that there's a 17-year-old missing, do you say anything to the defendant?
I told him to look under the boat.
How did you say that to him? As best you can recall, even though we're in a courtroom, can you please try to recreate the manner in which you spoke to George Pino from Mr. Gassenheimer's boat?
So I was standing toward the bow of Mr. Gassenheimer's boat, and as I looked around, the water looked fairly clear, might have been 6 feet deep. At that moment, it dawned on me she probably was not in the area because she would have been found at that point. So she must be under the boat. And so I told George to go look under the boat. He didn't respond initially, and then I...
Hold on, let me ask you
Okay.
something. Did you say to George Pino, go look under the boat?
Yes.
No. Did you say it this way, go look under the boat?
Oh, no, no.
How did you say, go look under the boat?
I yelled at him to go look under the boat.
You can turn away from the microphone. Can you yell for us the way you yelled to George Pino that day?
Yes. I said, George, go look under the boat.
What was his response?
He froze.
Okay. What did you do at that point?
And then I yelled a second time.
Can you yell for us now, in this courtroom, the way you yelled at the defendant to look under the boat?
And then I yelled more loudly, George, go look under the boat. If not, I will.
What happened at that point in time?
At that point, he said, okay, and then he took a breath and went underwater.
Did he come back up from underneath the boat?
Yes.
Did he have anybody with him when he came back up from underneath that boat?
He had Lucy.
Tell me about, who is Lucy?
Lucy was the 17-year-old missing girl.
showing you State's Exhibit 1. Do you recognize who this person is?
Yes,
Who is it?
Lucy Fernandez.
Did you ever know Lucy Fernandez when she was alive?
No.
Did you know her parents?
Yes,
What are her parents' names?
Andy and Melissa.
How did you know them?
Through the Epiphany Parish community. Common friends.
Pardon me?
Common friends.
Now, can you describe for the jurors, what do you actually see as George Pino comes out from under the boat with Lucy?
As George comes out of the boat with Lucy, there was a small boat nearby that he was trying to swim to. And then we turned in that direction so that we could help. And that's when James Gassenheimer tells me that he knows CPR, and he jumped out of the boat. And I took control of his vessel.
And where did James Gassenheimer go once he jumped off the boat?
He swam towards the boat that George swam towards, and he got on the boat and he began doing CPR on Lucy.
Did you see any helicopters over this area during this time?
Yes.
What did you see with the helicopter?
They had a rescuer from the Coast Guard on a cable. He was dropped into the water. He swam over to the boat. He got onto the boat, and then he took over for the CPR.
Does that boat remain in the same place? Or let me rephrase that. Does Lucy remain on that small boat?
Not for the entire duration, no.
Okay. At some point, is she transferred to another boat?
Yes.
Okay. And did you see that boat leave?
Yes.
Did you follow that boat?
No.
What did you and Mr. Gassenheimer do once Lucy had been transferred and was escorted away from that location?
We heard a cry for help that there were two girls that needed attention.
Did Mr. Gassenheimer come back onto the boat?
Yes.
Who actually piloted that vessel in the direction of where allegedly there was more help that was needed?
James Gassenheimer.
Where were these, like in what direction do you head toward upon hearing that there were additional people that needed help?
South.
Were they further south of Mr. Pino's overturned vessel?
Yes.
Did you see that boat, or do you remember if you saw that boat when you first were coming up toward where you found George Pino?
Yes.
At that point when you saw that boat, did you know that there was anybody in need of medical care?
No.
Okay. Can you describe what that second vessel was that you wind up going to with Mr. Gassenheimer?
It was a large vessel, I would say over 50 feet. It had a blunt bow. I call those style boats and Dutch boats.
Okay.
Very wide, had a large bow and a large platform deck.
Just in case somebody here doesn't know what a platform deck on a boat would be, can you describe that for the jurors?
So on the transom, the rear of the boat, it has a very wide platform deck, kind of 5 feet from the transom to the end of the deck, and probably 12 to 14 feet wide.
Are you yourself a boater?
Yes.
What's a transom?
The transom is the rear of the boat.
Okay. As you approach this large vessel and are getting closer to it, do you recognize anybody that's on that boat?
Yes.
Who is it that you see on that boat that you recognize?
I see Gallo Monterey, and I see Ceci Pino.
How did you know who those two people were?
Because I know the parents, and whenever we get together, we meet the daughters. We meet their daughters.
Do you make inquiry about whether anybody else is missing?
Yes.
And was anybody else missing based on what you were getting told?
I asked where the rest of the girls were, if they were all accounted for. They said yes. I asked if anybody was injured. They said yes, there were 2 girls unconscious on the platform.
Did you learn who those 2 girls were?
I did.
Who?
One girl was Kathy Quigg, and one girl was Mia. I didn't know her at the time. Mia, I think the last name is Rodriguez. I'm not sure.
Did you know Kati Puig?
Yes.
Can you tell the jurors, how did you know who she was?
Kathy is the daughter of Rudy Quigg.
And who is Rudy Puig to you?
He's a friend of mine.
At that point, are you able to make a call to Rudy?
Yes.
What do you tell him?
I told him that there was a voting incident and that his daughter was unconscious on the platform.
At some point, does a police boat make its way to that large boat with the big platform?
Yes.
Had you seen Kati Puig earlier that very day?
Yes.
When you are out on the waters with Mr. Gassenheimer that afternoon going into the later hours, what was the weather like?
It was very pretty. We commented as to how beautiful it looked. It was very calm.
Without getting into any details, is Kati in the same condition now as she was before
No.
this crash?
No.
No other questions?